man. All the way here.
Memphis 10.
Memphis 10 in this
Dirty
shit.
Dime.
You already know what's up. Yeah, Uncle Neely in the house.
Let's go, pregame show from New Orleans, all the way from New Orleans. Yay!
Staff meeting this morning, and I asked a couple coaches to come up this morning before you. Hey, my boy, John. And answer these questions. These are questions I'm going to ask you when you get back after the break. Who do you respect the most? Next question. Ask them to tell you about something that they didn't want to do, but they had to do. And why? It could be a parent that had to go to a job that was only paying them enough to get back and forth. It could be a sister, a brother, a sibling that had to sacrifice something to make sure you're here where you are. It could be whatever your mind fathoms. And I happen to ask two coaches to get up and to share with us the responses to this question. And they were impactful. Coaches, I want you to start with you, Coach, and give them that same passion that you gave us this morning. I want that same feeling.
Okay, so good morning, fellas. Good morning. Something that I went through that I did not want to go through was being homeless in junior college. So, you know, taking you back to that age, I was 18 years old. I was in California, 2,000 miles away from home. I'm from Pittsburgh, went out to California. And, you know, the first year I went there, it was pretty set up for me. It didn't go right. And, you know, got to a point where I couldn't afford to live out there. And so I had to make a choice on, like, do I go home and, you know, do the family business at the time, which was not a good business, but they were making a lot of money and everybody was doing well, or do I stay in California and try to make my dream happen? And so, you know, while people were making, I had every excuse in the world to go back home. I lived out of a trash bag in a locker. I had one locker that I kept a lock on. I had probably like 3 pairs of jeans, a couple shirts, 2 pairs of shoes, and I rotated the outfits. I remember washing my clothes in the sink. You know what I'm saying? And I stayed in the training room. I stayed in the press box. I stayed in the hallway. I slept outside. I slept on the bus some nights. I slept in motels on El Camino. I don't know if y'all ever been on El Camino, but you don't want to sleep in a motel on El Camino.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Slept on the grass underneath the bleachers some nights. I did whatever it took to make sure I did not go back home. I had no books. I couldn't afford any books. I used to photocopy the teacher's book after class. Like, can I photocopy your book, please? So I can do the information and get the work. And throughout all that, right, my older brother, he became something. So I could always hear my mom in the back of my head say, your brother did something, what you gonna do? You know, my older brother's 6 years older than me. She was always, you know, making it a competition between me and my older brother on who would be something. And so my brother came to a game one time when I'm in junior college, and I'm like, he's like, where you going after this? It's like, I'm going back to the locker room. I don't got nowhere to stay. He said, good, that'll make your story better. Adversity just makes the story better. He gave me a food card. He gave me a $100 gift card to Safeway. I said, damn, Dad, you can't help me out more than that? He said, no. He said, this will make your story be what it needs to be. You got to go through this. So I did not want to be homeless. I didn't want to be in that situation. People laughed at me, clowned me. I'm wearing the same stuff every day. You know what I mean? My head's down. I got a hoodie on. I'm trying not to let people see me. But I ended up being the #1 receiver in the country in junior college. and finishing with a 3.0 and getting a scholarship. So I made it happen. Good morning.
Good morning.
I talked to the staff this morning, and my story is a lot similar to Coach Marian's. I was raised by my grandmother back in Austin, Texas, or East Austin, and you know, my mom was and a lot of people come from teenage parents. My mama was pregnant with me at 14, right? Had me at 15 years old. And I remember my 8th grade year moving to Dallas and, you know, her getting a divorce. And so when my mom got divorced, y'all, we stayed in a homeless shelter downtown in Dallas. So any of y'all that know about Dallas, it's right there by the bus station. All right, and I'm the oldest of all of my siblings, mama and daddy's side. So I had to always grow up. I was always responsible. I had, from my mama's side, 3 other siblings up under me, and so I was talking to the guys this morning about if you ever been in one of those shelters, it's a different deal. All right, if you don't get there early enough, you're gonna be out there and it's like general population. You're out there on those cots in front of everybody. All right, and if you know anything about shelters, a lot go on in them shelters now. You know what I'm saying? And I stayed up because in my mind at 13, wasn't nobody. My mama just gave birth to my little sister. All right, and my baby brother was 3. My little brother was 6. That was the one that's right up under me. So I would stay up sometimes, just making sure nothing happened. So my mind, anybody that was on it, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna get you. That's kind of what I was thinking during that time. And if we got there early enough, we wound up getting a little dorm, a little room that had like bunk beds, and a sink and whatnot, but you still didn't have a bathroom in there. You had to go use the bathroom with everybody else. But I didn't want to do that. And I shared that part because that's part of what drives me today. I can't be in a situation, and I tell you guys all the time this, I can't just be good. I can't be good. It ain't good enough. It ain't good enough. I gotta be great. I gotta be the best at what I do. And sometimes, because stability means a lot to me. You said it one day, you come out here and this is a place where you get free food and all those different dynamics. I still don't take that for granted at this age. And I know this one thing because this is what got my mama through. This is what got me through. I really had to trust God's word. I ain't had nothing else. I'm a kid from the Rosewood Projects in Austin, Texas. So we didn't have anything else, so I had to figure it out. And that's all I had was to trust God's word when I ain't had nothing else. That's it. I watched my grandmother work forever and a day. I watched my mama I never forget, during that time, once we left the shelter, she filed her taxes, all right, and saw what she made for the year, and it was $16,000. And she worked 3 jobs now, and she made 16. So I could have cut corners and hustled, And sometimes I did. Sometimes I did. And you fast forward to this year, all right? And I looked at it. This is how I know God is faithful, man. This is how I know God is faithful. I know God is faithful because of how this opportunity happened for me. And I was always ready to go cut a corner, y'all. I was ready to cut some corners. This man called me. And I started thinking about my son at 13. What would happen if I left? But I knew it was God. And it took me back to this form I learned called a bridge builder. And I had to remember, part of my ministry is just building a bridge. So not only am I building the bridge for my son at 13, but I'm building the bridge for y'all too. I talk to you guys, it don't matter how productive you are, obedience is better than sacrifice, man. Obedience is better than sacrifice. So there are things in my life that I've experienced that I didn't want to do, but I did it because I know God is involved in it. And when I didn't have anything else, I knew that God was going to bring another obedient person into my life, and he did, and you, Coach. And that's why I'm here, and I'm going to keep building that bridge for y'all. All right? Love y'all, man.
Be vulnerable in front of y'all to the light. It's hard to feel sorry for y'all, man. Hard to feel sorry for y'all. You got 3 wonderful meals a day. You got a beautiful atmosphere. It's always beautiful out, inside, whatever. Everything you have is great. I mean, excellent. And you get paid to do something that you want to do. It's hard to feel sorry for y'all. Understanding what just 2 of these coaches, that was just a glimpse of just 2 of these men, what they've gone through. Not counting the parents and what the sacrifices they've made with the kids that they have right now that's visiting us. It's hard to feel sorry for y'all because you got to understand there's expectation here. And we expect something. What I always tell you, if we give you something, what that mean? That's what the world, we're going to want something back. And we do. We want something back because we're giving you plenty. Coaches, I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. Play, perform, compete, and do your thing. We got that?
Yes, sir.
We cool. What else we got, y'all? Work. The only reason we here to work. The only reason I'm here is because of the work I put in. The only reason that people standing amongst the wall is the work we put in. Some of the adults that was blessed enough to bring some of you recruits here, the only reason they're here because of the work. An activity involving mental or physical effort done in order to achieve a purpose or result. Work. At the end of the day, no matter how you count it up, you gotta work. You don't work, you won't eat. Work. Next definition. Let's go AI. That's what y'all on these days. AI. Work is the best described as effort, physical or mental. A lot of y'all got the physical part of it, but you don't have the mentality, the mental part of understanding work, what work comprises, directed towards achieving a goal. What's your goal? What's your goal? What's your goal? What?
Win.
To win. What's your real goal? Stop lying. I know you want to win. What's your real goal?
NFL, be able to provide.
To lead. To lead. To lead. Okay. Goal producing something that's valuable. You got to work and see some value every step you take. Everywhere you go, you got to see the value of earning a living, often involving energy transfer in a scientific context, encompassing everything from a job to household chores, and providing purpose, identity, and a measure of energy transfer. Fellas, work. is work. There ain't no way around it. Ain't no getting by it, ain't no getting through it. You're gonna have to work to earn or achieve wherever you desire to go. If you don't work, you won't eat. And let me tell you something about a woman. She can't stand a man that ain't got no work in him. He's a weak man to a woman. He's a sorry man, he's a lazy man, he's a pathetic man if you're not willing to work for what you desire. That's what a woman wants. A man that's willing to work, regardless of what's said, what's thought, the circumstances, the environment. She wants a man that's willing to work. Do we understand? Yes, what we're gonna do today? Work. What we're gonna do today? Work. I mean, what we really gonna do today? Work. We're gonna enjoy it and we're gonna like it. And we're gonna compete. We good with that? Yes, Yo-Yo, come up here and give us one of them old, give us a speak. Come on, Yo-Yo. Let's sit front to
I mean, he say let's walk. So he give us something. I don't know what he giving us, but we just gonna give him something today. So let's walk, end the weekend, have a great week, take care of home, and let's walk, baby.
Harris C. Harris, managing partner of the Cochran firm Jackson, is one of the premier litigators in the United States. Dedicated to furthering the values of Johnny Cochran, Harris believes attorneys have a duty to restore voice to the silenced and give justice to the wronged.
The reason that you are a member of the Cochran firm is that you share my commitment to excellence to our clients.
Harris's success is credited to a set of core values shared by his team of attorneys, professionals, and staff.
You've proven to me that you care and you want to do the best job for all of our clients.
I'm here to make sure that they have a voice.
Named one of the top 10 trucking lawyers with a $150 million settlement, Terrence Harris continues to prove that he is committed to obtaining the best possible outcome for his clients.